Hello, listeners. I have a clothing line, and it's called Sleepover by Esther, and we have hand-dyed, all hand-sewn, made in LA. I designed everything, and it all has special themes, and you can go to sleepoverbyesther.com to check it out. I'm really excited for you guys to see our new drop.
Hi, guys. I have been having a blast on the road. I'm so glad to be back there. Please, slugs, come out and join me for live stand-up dates. I have one headlining set on July 15th at Flappers in Burbank, California. I am coming to Wise Guys in Salt Lake City, July 16th through 17th. I am going to the Tempe Improv, 8/6 to 8/8.
I don't hate it. I could never wear it.
Yes, you could. The way we saw your titties in that pink one.
The ruffle arms to me is drawing attention to my arms are like,
excuse me,
disgusting.
The only person who can't wear a shirt like that is me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Everyone's
God.
so
Stop
okay, by
it.
the way,
Ruffled?
everyone's full of shit. The only
Jeez.
person that should be wearing this shirt is George.
You guys, the only reason Bobby is with me is for my wide, broad, manly shoulders. I can wear sleeveless shirts, just not ruffled, because it does look
Do the shoulders match
place.
the vaginal canal?
I literally want
I have
you
the
guys.
smallest pussy in the world. Oh my God, you guys. I have the smallest pussy in the world.
For you to have a smaller vagina than Esther would be really
I have a
wild.
smaller vagina than you, I think.
Let's be real, I have the biggest one. We all
I'm
know.
jealous.
Wait.
I want a big one.
How are we measuring size? Because here's what I'm jealous of. I like
vagina's your whole body.
It actually
It goes up to your tits.
Oh, I've seen that. I had a Romanian friend because we were all swimmers, so we all showered together,
You've
right?
seen that.
Her vagina, I swear to God, guys, came and fucking inch from her belly button.
goes
The slit
up?
just was real high.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, what a play. Like,
Was it just a slit or was it open?
it wasn't open, it was just the slit came up real high and
my
her
God.
asshole crack went up real high
But she's
too.
lucky she had like the Joker thing.
Would you guys do something for me as for my entertainment?
Of course.
I really want to see Kalila in your shirt.
Okay.
Oh my God. It's not
because
gonna be good.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Obviously.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna sweat in it, my armpits.
It's okay. Disgusting.
Look at her body.
Oh, she's so
stop
pretty. Oh
it,
my God,
I
it looks
say.
so cute.
Wait,
Stop
let's
it, you
see
guys.
it. Let's
Oh
see.
my
It's
God.
not. It's not.
It catapulted you into like middle school, but
No, I know what you mean. Like,
It's not, you guys.
it actually looks so cute. I don't know what sort of negative pandering you're doing right now.
no, the thing is, I just hate those kinds of sleeves.
This is not a good look, guys.
That looks great.
Wait, face me more.
Look, she's showing us like her triceps are a bad thing. Like,
I look
look at
like-
our triceps.
She's like, look how strong and
I look like
lean
Chiquito
am.
Banano. A male. I
That's
look
the
like,
masculine one. It's not
yeah.
banana.
Can I get out of this now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you for doing that.
Your
Though-
dream has not been realized, Esther.
You know what? I like you better in your like down and dirty clothes.
Thank you. Boyish stuff.
Me too.
you like
I'm the same
better?
way. By the way, last night Kalila FaceTimed me for like 2 seconds and I was in bed and Dave was next to me. You know when you get off the phone and then you just see your face? He's like, so pretty. And I was like, really? Me? And he's like, oh no, Kalila. It was so sad.
He was like, oh no, she's so pretty, I'm still taking it in.
It was really sad.
You are pretty, Esther. In fact, you know what? This is when I think you're prettiest, right here.
Thank you.
This is my Esther.
This is my
When,
Coco.
what if
Thank
she was
you.
saying, what if she's like, I like you the best like this, like in person, because it doesn't translate
To
online.
You do have like a very like rich person's look today. Like I feel like
Ooh.
you've picked it up. Like you're in a bright orange. You have froofy arms.
Look at those nails.
These scream private high school. Oh my God, someone came out to one of the show I did with you. When we did John's show.
Oh yeah.
Someone posted a video. I'm going to start being like, you cannot take any video at my shows. Some guy posted a clip of me saying, I was doing a whole thing where I was like, I kind of understand like when because I performed at the Mall of America and I was like, you're around all these teenagers, you regress, you start to feel like a teenager, all of a sudden you're hitting on a teen and the thought crosses your mind, I could fuck a kid. I said something like that.
Yeah.
They filmed just me saying, I could fuck a kid
Oh, no.
and posted it like with like little like emojis and stuff. And I was like, can you take this down? They're like, oh, I didn't even listen. I was just excited to see you. I didn't even listen to what you were saying. They just posted me like, I fuck children. I was like, oh my God, get this down.
That's real Hollywood of you.
I know.
You're in, baby.
You're
You're in.
maturing.
I don't fuck them to like for pleasure. I fuck them to get them excited so I can get their adrenal glands going.
No,
and
I
then
don't know
drink
what
their
you're
blood.
saying, but no, it's Hollywood of you that you don't want something circulating like that.
You know what's Hollywood? You pretending like you don't know about the adrenal gland thing
I
because you are the most Hollywood of all of us. You're the TV star.
I don't know
You're a
what that
television
is.
and film star.
You are a television and film star.
You're the
Esther
star.
Povitsky, television film star.
Of the stage and screen.
I mean, the stage. I would love to see you in a fucking play.
I would love
we should
to.
write a play.
I've always wanted to, since I've been here, like write and produce a play.
Let's do it.
Let's
Oh, I didn't say with you, but
Can we at least audition?
yes. Yes.
Can I?
When I do my
Esther-
play, I want to be the only one in control.
You said
You wanna be
do
the only
my
one in
play?
it.
By the way, you're not going to write it, so I don't know what the fuck
Oh,
you're
yes,
talking about.
I am.
Oh, we're tip-tapping on the computer. Esther's going to stay up an extra hour every night and write her play, her one-woman play.
I'd like to audition to be the lights guy. That's it.
The lighting designer.
Okay, lighting
We need
designer,
someone
stage
with- no,
design.
we need someone with way more experience than you.
Your shoulders will be knocking in the way a little bit. Wait, I actually just had a flashback of auditioning for a play because you guys know I've spoken about like the one thing that can truly humiliate me besides like my medical nudes getting out.
Singing.
Singing.
Wait, medical news?
Yeah, like no, I mean, regular. If I take a nude that I send on purpose, like I want it to be out.
That's
A
orchestrated.
medical nude is like what I would send her, where I was like, what is this?" Like if those nudes, if these nudes got out, like I would die.
Those would be bad. My ingrown pictures to
Yeah.
my friends.
I made up medical nudes though. It's not like a thing you should know.
Okay.
I'm testing it out.
I like it.
I'm now gonna look for all my medical nudes and just trash
Well,
them.
because I
Holy
had a
shit, have
nightmare that
lot.
happened. I had a nightmare that all of my nudes leaked and it was happening at such a rapid, I couldn't stop them. Like it was like whack-a-mole, like just so many nudes and they weren't good ones. Like if a good nude, I'm like, God be with us all.
Somebody
Thank
leak
you.
them. Somebody leak mine. Don't actually. Just kidding.
I've never taken a nude I don't want out.
I have. Unfortunately, only like one of the 1,000 that I take is good, and sometimes I'm too lazy to delete the
But
999.
even you delete, there's a delete pile that doesn't go
Oh, that's
away for like
true.
30 days.
Well, I'm fucked. So
You've never taken nudes.
No comment.
Oh my God.
she has the most nudes out of three of us.
No, definitely not the most.
I feel like I have the least. I just don't take a lot of pictures of myself.
The thing with Esther is when she wears like form-fitting clothes and stuff, she's not a child. You go like, oh my God, that actually isn't a kid. This is so weird. When she wears the baggy stuff, I'm like, somebody needs to be chaperoning this child. Why is she alone?
In your eyes, I'm just gonna go straight from child to old lady. Like I will get no in between with
No,
you.
you're both right now.
That's how the Asians work. You go from young, and then at 80 you go
You
completely
really
gray.
Can we just be Asian? Can we just say we're Asian?
I appreciate the Asian culture so much. My trip to Japan, the food. I could not live without the food.
I just had a revelation. I think you should be cast in a Tokyo Shock movie,
What's that?
like Old Boy.
What is
Think
that?
about tiny little Esther. Tokyo Shock movies are like Old Boy, like
Now,
'cause
old
they're
boy,
very, like-
are we talking about that's just Esther's
Character?
Kind of, her
There's
vibe?
this scene in Old Boy where he is at a sushi restaurant and he orders octopus and the octopus is still alive, and the octopus, while he's eating it, the tentacles sort of grab his face and he continues to slurp it up. If you were in that scene,
She'd be the octopus.
you
She'd be
you would
getting in
be
the mustache.
Oscar nominated.
Speaking of the octopus, I actually have a story I have not shared on this podcast. It's quick, but one time Dave and I were in Vegas and I was like being we'd been together maybe like a year and I was like trying to encourage him to like take charge a little more. So I was like, today we're going to go to lunch and you just order and I'm just going to be like your little bitch and I'm going to eat whatever you order.
Such a trap.
And I'm going to like, it's going to be really hot, right? He's going to be like this dominating boyfriend, this dominating partner. So we sit down, he orders a bunch of food and he's like, okay, so here's this. I'm like, thank you. And then and this is octopus, here you go. And then I was like, no, I can't. And he's like, no, because he was like playing the role. He's like, no, you have to. I start crying hysterically.
He duct tapes you to the chair. He whips you.
He's like, no, you're going to try it. I just like start crying. I'm like, please stop. Please, I can't eat it. And then he was like, all right, this is over. It like backfired in like the worst way.
Did he eat it?
Yeah, he loved it.
Yeah,
He had been
octopus
with
is
you
great,
for a year.
Esther.
He knew that was going to happen, dude.
But he always brings it up. He's like, oh yeah, that went really well. Like I completely collapsed when I
You're
did.
very much like Bobby.
Really?
Bobby really feigns a lot of things that he isn't. Like, especially with food, because he's Asian, right? So when I started dating him, I'm like, oh, thank God he's an Asian guy. Like, he's going to eat everything with me. And he always says, oh, I can't date white girls because they're just so picky with food. He says that a lot. But then we go out to eat. And the way I like to eat, it's like, you know, it's all of it, right?
do you eat like eyeballs?
I'll eat anything.
Wait, Lila, you guys, I went out to lunch with my friends. We wanted to get crab legs, like cooked crab legs.
Of course.
And the place was closed. We were in Koreatown.
Yeah.
So we went to this place called, I think it was called Crab House. And we walked in and it was like, it's the most authentic Asian cuisine you
Yeah.
could possibly get. Where we ordered all this crab and stuff. We were like so excited. Everything was raw.
Yes.
I immediately was in like an episode of The Challenge where it's the food episode. I'm like, it's all mental. Everything was cold and wet and slimy.
So
I don't
that's,
even want to say it.
You're
to you.
not even. That's something you've never seen or you.
It's never come into my life to get raw crab.
Did you eat it?
Of course I did.
And how was it?
I actually liked it, but my friends kept gagging, and it really. I was like, "We're being rude." And then the check came, and it was $150, and I was like, "Okay, you could puke on the fucking table at this point." These people saw some whiteys come in, and were like, and we ordered like I was like, "What should we order?" And the lady just like. Our entire table was just filled with shit we did not want to eat. So I was rallying and trying to eat enough to make it like worth the price.
Yeah.
But my friend was like dry heaving. She puked outside. I have a video of her vomiting outside the car.
Now, did you like it at all?
I did. If I was with Kalila or someone that liked it, I would have eaten the entire thing.
Yeah.
But it's not like they poisoned my idea of it, but it was a new texture that I would have had to have encouragement to get through.
Yeah. That's the same way I feel about. Have you guys had natto? Have you had natto?
No, what is that?
It's like a fermented bean that it's like in
When you get it, are you like, this is not dough?
It's kind of like, you know how durian, some people love it, some people, there's no in between. I sort of like it, I sort of don't. You either like natto or you don't like natto because it's very slimy and it's a little bit fermented. It's like that.
Ew, I think I have had
looks
that,
like
but I
cheesy
think it's disgusting, but I would
beans.
eat it.
The first time I ever had natto, I was so sure that I would love it because I'm like, what? There are such few things I
Yeah.
don't like.
Yeah.
And I ordered the biggest bowl of natto, and that was the first time that like I was so embarrassed to not eat it because when I ordered it, the waiter was like, "Are you sure you've had natto before?" And I lied. And I was like, "Yeah, of course. Like
Oh my
I've had
God, and
Japanese
he
food my whole
knew.
life."
He knew.
And he was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure." And then now I couldn't. I had to double down.
Of
So
course.
Jules was seeing me, the tears coming out my
Wait, what
eyes and
was-
like bubbles coming out my nose. I ate the whole bowl of natto.
But what was so bad about it?
It was very like, it was like
Look at
snot.
it.
It's like snot.
What's the taste? Does it taste like beans?
Fermented. So it's like fermented snot, and I really tried
Sounds
my
good.
best, and some people really. Jules liked it. I'm like, of
I
course,
might
you
like
stupid
it.
bitch. Of course you like
Let's
it.
get some of this for the show.
For
I'll eat it.
natto?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
'Cause
really
does it have
wanna
a
like
fragrant
it.
Smell? I don't want to.
It doesn't have it. No, it
Tip this
doesn't have
one
a
over the
bad
edge.
smell.
We gotta get you a puke bucket.
When you do
Oh.
ayahuasca again, will you take a picture of Esther and I in your pocket?
You will
Why?
be in my heart. I already thought
Just
about
to
her
think
during my
about us
ayahuasca
and
trip.
have revelations on our behalf
I
and
will.
see
I
how you
already
really
had one
feel
about
in
her.
your heart.
I already had a whole one. She was like, I get so uncomfortable when I talked about drugs.
I was like, please.
And the energy after an ayahuasca trip is like not okay for anyone else. Like it's so intense, and the people are like, "Why are you?"
I know
doing
that's
this
always
to me?"
when bitches start YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time, like I've seen a girl do ayahuasca, the next day she has a YouTube channel,
It's like that or the master cleanse.
right, like talking about like her revelations and like that I can't relate to it.
It's just so personal. When I was in Austin, there was this guy. He just looked like a kid that wanted to talk about doing acid, and he sure was. I was like, everything about you is exactly what you're doing. But so there was not my opener. I'm sorry. I was the opener. I was opening for Bonnie McFarlane, and then there was this kid Gabe. I can't remember his last name. Who was the host? He was a nice guy, but he does not do hallucinogens, right? So I'm sitting outside with these guys, and the acid kid comes up, and he's like, just launching into stories about acid, and the kid's going like, I don't do hallucinogens, right? So that's your cue to back away,
Yeah.
unless someone asks more questions. But so then he goes, yeah. And then this one time I took 3 tabs of acid. And the kid Gabe just goes, is that a lot or a little? I don't know. I just want,
I love
leave
this guy.
him alone. Like
I love this
leave
guy.
him alone. I'm like, you have to stop.
Is
Nobody's
that a
gonna
lot
care.
or is it a little? This doesn't mean anything to me.
So then later the kid was like, no, I had a good story to get. I'm like, it's not a good story. I promise. I've done this to people. I see people's eyes glaze over.
But
when
you
I
keep
start talking
going,
about
girl.
Well, that's my thing.
She eventually gets you back, though. That's the persistence of Annie, is that there might be a momentary glaze, but then she just comes with something even harder and more outrageous, and you're like, wait, back up. What did you say? What did I miss?
I also know how to draw you in
Yeah.
because it has to do with you.
But what's your advice for someone like me and that guy? If someone's coming at us with like drug stuff and we're like, bro, like I don't care. Like what could we say to?
Bro, I don't care.
Yeah.
Hey, you're enlightened. You've done.
You're
some
so good at
hallucinogens.
that, Esther.
Just, you can just go like, I don't take this personally, but I don't care. Like, why would I care? This has nothing to do. I'm never going to have this experience.
She's the best at that, actually, because one time we were on FaceTime with a friend of ours, and a friend of ours was not an anti-vaxxer, but definitely, giving her spiel about why she wasn't going to get vaccinated, which, whatever. To each his own, don't really care. But that's exactly what Esther, she was getting frustrated just hearing it. From around the bend, you hear her say, I don't fucking care, guys. This doesn't matter. I'm so bored. She goes, I'm bored.
Just shit pile everyone that starts talking about drugs. Just like treat them like you've known them for years.
Well, that's okay. This is actually a big topic. Like those people that just want to fight their side.
Yeah.
Like we all have those people in our life
I've
that
blocked
will
one.
Oh,
that
God.
will bring up the vaccine. Like right now, it's like the vaccine. Before it was like something about COVID being like real, or it's like at this point, you do you. Don't tell me about it. I saw
it
this.
doesn't matter.
There was
Yeah.
this like there was a Keanu Reeves quote that was like, I don't have time to deal with crazy people anymore. If you think 2 + 2 = 5, like have at it.
Yeah. Enjoy your life.
Then ever since I saw it, I'm like, leave me out of this.
This is how I feel like at the Comedy Store, because there's such a range of people at levels of their careers and stuff. And I talk to everyone. So I'm like, friends with all the door guys and all the kitchen staff and then all of the big guys too. But I always tell them, like, when they start talking to me about open mics, like if you say open mic to me, like I'm out. I go, I have a strict policy that I've passed years ago. I worked hard enough to not have to go to open mics. If you fucking bring an open mic up to me, you're dead to me. I
What
go
if
like, this is your first warning. There's not another warning.
Annie, I'm going to start going to open mics, and I'm going to talk your ear
You are an
about open
exception.
mics.
You're an exception. But I will pretend like I don't like it to make you go to open mics to do this. I double down, bitch. This is your
My Nato moment.
natto.
I used to host at the Tribal Cafe.
You know
for a
that
while.
George.
We could always, we could
You
always go
used to
anytime.
what, the AA
Wait.
meeting?
I've
No, the open mic.
wait.
The
I've
8
been to that
a.m. AA meeting.
when? What years? I've been to that.
Years,
like-
Esther, years, not just a year.
That was the one where you had to buy.
They all have to buy you something.
Is this
No.
the
That's
one where
the one in Hi-Fi.
Do you remember me?
No, you were established by the time I was hosting.
Oh, thank you.
you were born established, by the way. She was fucking established. That's why you had haters, honestly.
I was born with tap shoes on my feet and a top hat on my head.
Oh, you guys want to hear something so sad about tap dancing?
Why? We were having such a good time.
Why?
We were laughing. We're having joy. Why would we want to hear something sad about tap dancing?
It
I want
involves
to-
poverty.
Poverty? Pavarotti, I'll hear about. If you have a tap dancing story about Pavarotti, I'm in.
Who's Pavarotti?
Oh my God, Pavarotti, Esther.
I feel like you should really know who Pavarotti is.
I feel like you,
Pull
of
him
all
up.
people, you'd know Pavarotti.
He's one of your alter egos.
Luciano Pavarotti.
Oh, is he like?
Wait, can you sing, Esther?
I
really-
think anyone can sing if you get like singing lessons.
There's just something in me that's...
it's just you might not be able to sing as much as like big singers, but you can sing something.
Fat singers?
No,
Wow,
like
Esther.
Christina Aguilera. Or
Well, she did gain weight after the boob job.
oh my God! Don't talk
I
about my
think-
queens like that.
I
I
love
think
her.
she
I would
said
never talk
it
about
wasn't the boob job. It was when she went on, what do you call it?
Birth control?
Yeah, but the one that you take, Depo-Provera.
I was on the DEP.
You were on the
were?
Dep?
One of them gave
that
me
a
my
shot?
period. Was that the shot?
Yes, yeah.
That one, I got the shot. You don't get your period. You're like, oh, this
You
is so
don't.
cool.
6 months, right?
There's no free lunch, bitch. That shit came back. I had my period for 6 months after I got off of it. Non-stop for 6 months. I give a lot of blowjobs, I'll tell you that.
Why did we have to stop eating cereal?
Okay, because cereal had so many good feelings around it, but then it's like high in sugar. It's not good for you. You feel guilty. Cue Magic Spoon comes in to save the day.
0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, and only 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free.
Dude, you go do a set, you come home, you eat your bowl of cereal. I'm literally Jerry Seinfeld.
And you can build your own box too.
Yeah, it's great.
You can choose between cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, and cinnamon. And what I like to do is I mix the cocoa into peanut butter so I can get my peanut butter cup fill.
And for me, it's all about fruity. That fruity flavor of Magic Spoon is one of my favorite tastes on earth. It's so good. I throw my almond milk in there. I'm happy. It's a happy meal for me.
You guys, go to magicspoon.com/bathgirls to grab a custom bundle of cereal and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code BATHGIRLS at checkout to save $5 off of your order.
And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked.
Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/bathgirls and use the code BATHGIRLS to save $5 off. And thank you to Magic Spoon for sponsoring this episode. Kalila, you always dress so cute.
You guys want to know my secret?
What?
It's Stitch Fix. Look, during the pandemic, I was just in sweatpants all day. I was like, how am I going to re-enter society? Like, I don't know if I can figure out what I want or what I should be wearing. And thankfully for me, I now have Stitch Fix because now I basically have my own stylist to choose things for me.
Well, Stitch Fix offers clothing hand-selected by expert stylists for your unique size, style, and budget. It's a completely different and fun way to find clothes that you will love to wear. Every piece is chosen for your fit and your life, and it's the easy solution to finding what makes you look and feel your best. Annie, I know you're with me here. Shopping is a nightmare. It makes me feel so insecure.
It's been the worst experience.
It's not fun anymore.
Well, you know, they don't let you try things on now, too. So you have to just take it home, try it on, and return it.
What's the point?
Yeah,
Just get
returns are the
Stitch
worst. Returns are difficult, and you don't have to do that with Stitch Fix. In fact, they send you a return bag. So if you don't want something, you just place it in that like with postage already in it, and you just send it out the door.
And there's no subscription required, which is awesome. So you can try Stitch Fix once or set up automatic deliveries. You'll pay a $20 styling fee for each box, which gets credited towards the pieces that you keep. And there's no hidden fees ever.
And they have styles and clothing to fit any occasion for women, men, and kids. And they ship all over the US and available in the UK as well.
Get started today at stitchfix.com/bathgirls and you'll get 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. That's stitchfix.com/bathgirls for 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. stitchfix.com/bathgirls.
Can we get back to my sad Filipino tap dancing story?
Are you ready to be sad yet?
Always.
Okay.
So when I was younger, I was just an athlete. My parents gave me no other avenue for anything creative. I couldn't take painting classes.
That's really actually so mean.
Nothing.
Like, I like to draw, and they're like, shut up. Do it burpee.
Yeah, exactly. They would rip the crayons off my hands and be like, do push-ups, bitch. It's Annie's ideal child rearing
That's
dream.
so funny to tear crayons out of someone's hand. Go ahead. Sorry.
But, you know, like, they're like, put blinders on. If you're going to be good at something, you're going to give 100%.
They're right.
Yeah, they were right. They were correct.
But so there was this tap dancing group in our international school, and I was just taken.
I'm having an image in my head of you trying to sneak tap dancing, but like you're trying to sneak out to go tap dancing, but you're wearing the shoes already, so you're waking your parents up with like the tap, 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 tap.
The sad part is
tap.
the shoes part.
Okay.
Do you think that my parents who wanted me to swim would ever buy tap dancing shoes? So I remember looking at Bruce and Diana just tapping away, and I would watch their performances like in secret. These were the popular kids, the popular tap dancers in their school. And so I asked my parents, like, can I tap dance? And they were like, you know, shut up, eat your meal, we're gonna go train, right? So I saved cans of sardines, Senorita sardines, and I flattened them the cans, and I nailed them to my shoes. And after swim practice, I would be in the back of the house and I'd put music on and I would just like tap for hours. So
This is like when you were a kid and you wanted braces, so you would take like
the tinfoil, I did that too. Yeah. So I tapped for hours. So I actually know how to tap.
But how did you learn to
do?
tap? You just taught yourself?
Copy. what you
Copied.
see, yeah.
Yeah, copied.
By the way, I could definitely I could give you real tap lessons.
Please, Esther.
Like I know my shit. Tap was what I got my start in tap. I know my tap. Okay?
OnlyFans.
Did your oh my god, the OnlyFans is tapped.
I
To
started.
Pavarotti.
I
Full
started.
disclosure.
We just went to
Tap
negative
dance.
followers on the OnlyFans.
Wait, Esther, I'm just imagining your tiny little tap shoes.
Patent
Oh my
leather.
god, do you ever hang them from the
No,
Yeah.
I usually get rid of my dance shoes because my mom doesn't want to keep them. But because when I was little, my mom took me to it. I said for some reason I said like I want to tap dance. I went to a tap class and they literally were like, she's not good enough. She can't do it. So then I had to like go to like for baby tap. I was kind of a baby. I was
But
very-
how old were you?
the first-ish grade. Like I
Was it weird when all the kids were taller than you?
always my whole life. But so then because I had that first like she can't dance here, get out, I was like the hunger was there. So I studied tap basically from like first grade through senior year of high school. So I
Wow.
know my shit.
This is the story of Billy Elliot, by the way. This is Billy Elliot. She's Jilly Elliot.
Wait, that's the play. That's the fucking
Oh my
play
god!
we
But
write.
we have to be the mean people that are like, no.
That's a musical. I
and
can't write a
then
musical.
I'm the villain with the tuna can tap shoes, right?
Oh my
That's not a
God.
villain.
I'm the parent that's tearing the crayons out of your fucking hands.
Push-ups, bitch. Oh, it's gonna be a Broadway hit. I can see it now.
Can I actually be cast as your mom and not just in real life be your parent?
Uni, how the heck was Austin?
How the Hulk was it? or
How the Hulk? How the holy? Because Austin is like this new comedy scene, and
Right.
here you came in from as an LA person. Like,
Yes.
what was the hype? Was it real or how is it?
Well, I was told two things. I was told nobody in Texas wears masks and that there are not homeless people. And I will tell you, I was lied to. I saw a naked woman, a fully naked, unhoused, unclothed human walk across the street wearing not but a mask. Okay? So not only are there people wearing, the homeless people are wearing masks, she was completely, I mean, I wish I'd filmed it, but I was like, is this revenge porn? Like, I don't know. I can't film this naked woman. But she wasn't full, she was bottomless and bush out, shaved head, not shaved.
Wow.
I love that look.
She was a little
You do?
overweight.
Yeah, when you shave the top but just keep the bottom bushy, that's such like
head?
a trap. Yeah. Also, when you FaceTimed me from there, outside of your window was a woman on a bicycle with a tutu but no undergarments.
What?
Yes, she was right. She was everyone crazy. She was a pedicab driver, but dressed as like a fairy, bottomless,
Like
with
vagina?
Vagina.
Available?
Yeah, vagines.
and then definitely on meth, like having meth, like, which by the way, if you're going to be a pedicab driver, I think that's the job to do meth.
But her tutu was so high that it didn't cover any of her bottom, so it just was
Are
all
you
the way up here.
serious?
And it cut
Yeah.
off right here, right before
Isn't
her.
that illegal?
The whole thing's, I mean, I don't know if there are police anymore. I'm pretty sure police are like, you defunded us, you burned our cop cars. Peace. But it was wild. And I will say this about Austin. If you have a set of balls, I would run from that place because
Why?
my ball sack was sticking to my inner thigh and I don't have one. It's so humid. It's so sticky. And I'm assuming this is actually a good time of year.
Yeah.
So the sweat, I can't even imagine.
I'm into that.
But-
Fully dilated makes
Yeah.
me so pretty. I don't have eczema. My skin is beautiful.
Oh,
my
when you're
hair
wet?
is fuller in humidity. I know a lot of people are afraid of humidity, but
My skin is bad. I know she makes it sounds miserable, like I don't want it, but my skin is so much better in humidity. My
same.
face.
I think everyone's is because you're fully dilated. all
Okay,
year.
let's move to fucking Austin.
Not
By the way, it's
Austin though.
humid-
We
it's
can do Hawaii. We can do somewhere. There's so many other.
dilated. I'm just imagining like crowning. You can't say dilated to me.
Yeah,
dilated.
I'm
is
thinking like, yeah.
ready
just-
to.
Okay, let me try and find another word. Just well oiled. Your insides, everything is flowing well. Your heart's operating better. Your skin's not flaking off because California's a
flaky.
chaparral.
I
I'm
hate
flaky
it.
here.
You're
Look,
flaky?
Dude, my face snows. If I scratch my eyebrows, it starts snowing.
You have eyebrow dandruff.
Like my
I do
skin
too.
is so flaky, but then when I go back to Chicago, I'm like oily and like just like
Dewy.
supple, dewy.
Do you have
Dandruff?
in
Hell
that?
yeah.
I do too.
Well, can I suggest why maybe you have dandruff? Because you use fucking dish soap on your hair?
No, that helps. The dish soap has helped.
Did you Google this or look this up? Is this like on the back of Goop magazine or something? Is this like a secret?
No, I have extremely oil. That's the thing. My hair is oily. I don't know.
No, this is something this is a fun thing.
My hair is oily, which I know doesn't make sense because my skin is dry, but my hair gets really oily. So I have to sometimes use dish soap to like, you know, those commercials with the little duckies when they're like in oil
Yeah.
and they use the Dawn soap.
you're oily because your skin is dry. You know that, right?
Really?
But yeah, people who your body is trying to compensate for the dryness, and that's the same thing with me. So it's like that's why when you overly moisturize, the less oily you actually become because your body's not trying to oil up the flakes itself.
It's so funny how dumb we are and how smart she is.
Well, she's a fucking nurse.
Oh my god,
No,
guys,
but
this
she
has
would
nothing to
know
do with
shit.
that.
She would know stuff.
I'm just not reading Goop magazine.
I'm not reading. There's no such thing
Goop
as
is
Goop
such a-
magazine.
Oh, there isn't? I just think that
it's just a
there's
website.
It's a newspaper. Maybe.
I have the same thing, Esther, because I have seborrheic dermatitis. So the dandruff doesn't end in the hair. The dandruff goes to my cheeks
Yeah.
and then to the behind my ear. And it doesn't look like dandruff. It looks like red, flaky patches. And it onto my chest.
Hell yeah.
Itchy as fuck.
I have nipple hair dandruff.
I
I don't. I just have nipple hair.
So would you move to Austin? How is the comedy scene?
Why-
Can you? Why am I? I'm like, will you move to Austin?
The comedy scene is cool. It's really fun. They have a couple of clubs right now. Joe's opening up a club, and if it's in the location that he said, it's going to be so fucking cool. But I know they're still looking around. But there's a place called the Creek in the Cave. That's where Bonnie performed. Bonnie and I performed. Bonnie, by the way, Bonnie McFarlane is like the funniest bitch on earth.
I also think she's just the prettiest.
She's gorgeous.
She's really
She's
pretty.
so
Gorgeous.
smart. She's so funny. I love her. I'm always just like, I can't believe you're friends with me. She's just so good. I was just like crying watching her. But so guys, go see her if you can.
Do you feel like you would ever go there? Like, oh, I'm going to go to Austin for 2 weeks and like get a bunch of stage time. Like you would, like previously, how maybe someone would do that in New York. Would you ever do that in Austin now?
I could see that as a good thing. Like when I first started comedy in New York, I would come to LA like twice a year and do like a week of shows, and you can kind of clean up. In Austin, it is a smaller scene, but they have the Creek in the Cave, and they have this place called the Vulcan that's really cool. And I went up there, but the problem with the Vulcan is it's like a EDM club.
Oh, God.
So it's like, it's got like the stage, people around you, then it goes all the way up like 2 or 3 stories. Then there's another floor around you with couches, like a nightclub. So when you're performing, the sound all goes up. Like I was 100% sure I bombed. Like I was like, I can't believe I'm fucking bombing. I was like sweating. I was like, what do you guys want? And I got off stage. My boyfriend, all my friends, everyone was like, oh my God, you just killed. And I'm like, are you fucking with me? And they're like, no, dude. And all these girls, I was getting all these DMs. People were like, you were, I'm like, are you fucking, because I was, and I'm telling you, that's another reason why I don't want to live in Austin. When I physically sweat on stage more than just my armpits, because it's a symptom of bombing, I bomb. In my head, I'm bombing.
Wait,
Do you
where
know
do
what I
you
mean?
sweat other than your armpits, like your vagini or your cheeks?
Thank you for calling it a genie. It's granted many wishes for fat men. Many fat men. You just rub it and okay, but
Where do you? I want to know where you sweat in the butt crack.
well, yes, it was swamp pants. Well, because I can only fit in sweatpants at this point, and I refuse to buy. I'm not buying a new size. It's like I'm a size 4 till the seams pop, bitch. Like I do not care. But I'm like high waisting these fucking grandpa sweatpants.
Hell yeah, I love
And
that.
How we do
I
it.
am sweating. Nobody, you know how everyone's wearing sweatpants in LA?
Yeah.
Nobody's wearing sweatpants in Austin.
That's
It's not
funny.
even a question.
Are they all in jeans?
They're all
shorts?
in like jeans and shorts, and like they know what they're doing. They're like, we need airflow. I was swamp assing, but it was like from the part of my head from my zenith down. Like I was fucking sweating.
Do you ever sweat? Because I only get it right here in my
The
mustache and
moistache?
underneath my eyebrows.
Kurt
and my
Braunheller calls
nose.
it the moistache.
Oh,
So funny.
that's the most embarrassing one. Is this the face sweat, but only in select areas.
How about when your fake eyelashes catch the drips, like like it's raindrops coming in front? I mean, I just was like, you get the salt in your eyes. I mean, I really was just sweating crazy. My hair extensions just felt so heavy. I was like, what the fuck?
But
was
don't
just
you ever
really-
feel good that you sweat? Like that's like good for you.
Well, I don't want to brag, but I did go to 8 a.m. hot yoga today.
You did?
I did, guys.
Wow.
I did. That's why being 10 minutes late was very upset. I was trying to like forgive myself for that, but a series of events unfolded, and I was 10 minutes late.
Good for you.
But I got up so early. I was like, I'm gonna be early. Fucking da da da.
Speaking of EDM and the Vulcan, were you guys? Did you ever go through an EDM phase?
No,
Ever? Okay, well,
I went through an Edie M&M's phase.
oh, I did. Yeah, but you guys never listened. Like I went to the Swedish House Mafia like farewell tour. I could never tell these things to Bobby, so I'm never. This is a secret between us and this podcast. But like,
our viewers.
I had a really like I was really into. I like everything. So when EDM was a thing, it also was a thing in my heart.
why did you like it?
Just good old party days, you know.
What does it mean to you? Like just it's like
It means
electronic dancing.
it means Ibiza. Ibiza being like, you know, just a ratchet bitch in Europe. And
Can I tell you why I don't like it? Because I'm so self-conscious with my dancing and my singing. I can't like let loose the way you have to when you're at an EDM concert. You can't be self-conscious at an EDM concert.
It's not like Broadway. They don't dance and sing.
but that's the thing about it. It's true. You're not wrong. You do have to.
There's a
you
very
know,
like
proceed
there's a
with
very
abandon.
obvious beat that you could be very obviously not on.
But it's the best type of
know what I
music to
mean?
not dance to, because you're actually just in the crowd, and then I don't know.
What do you do?
I
People
got-
are dancing. I like the people, you know, they're doing their little liquid. and
Yeah,
shit.
but you have more pressure if you're dancing to R&B, like because then you really have to. EDM is just boom, boom.
Are you
know?
just jumping?
Yeah.
jumping's hard. Too.
You could do that. Although, yeah, jumping sucks.
God, I'm so embarrassed about my.
Why are you
Don't
embarrassed?
be embarrassed.
I like
You
musical
should be
theater.
embarrassed about your bummer story about tap dancing.
my sardine can?
Whether you're listening to
this show.
this show or Lady Gaga, obviously, a pair of Raycon wireless earbuds in your ears can make all of the difference.
It's true. You get crisp, powerful beats at half the price of other premium audio brands.
And you know what I love about my Raycons is that it actually comes with a whole lot of different earbud sizes, because I'm really particular about that. Nothing fits me, but they give you like 6 different ones.
It's weird. It's so much better than the other options out there that actually cost more. Raycon is better.
And they don't hurt my ear.
They don't
They're
hurt
really
your ears.
comfy. Raycons look great and feel even better. They come in a range of cool colors and with customizable gel tips included for a comfortable in-ear fit.
The best part about the 24-hour battery life is that I can take it on the plane. You know how like you'll go on a flight and then the entire experience, your headphones
Yes.
are dead by the time you get to your Uber. You can go from start to finish of your day listening to this podcast or whatever you listen to, and it does not run out of battery.
This podcast, if you're unwell.
You guys listen up. Raycon is offering 15% off all of their products for our listeners, and here's what you got to do to get it. Go to buyraycon.com/bloodbath, and there you'll get 15% off your entire Raycon order. And it's such a good deal, you'll want to grab a pair and a spare. That's 15% off of buyraycon.com/bloodbath. buyraycon.com/bloodbath.
This next sponsor is really important to our show because if you listen to this show, you're not well.
You need help.
You need better help. I need it. This bitch needs it. And this
I'm
bitch
on
needs
it.
it.
I've been on BetterHelp.
Hell yeah.
BetterHelp is professional therapy online. You just download the app, pick a counselor, unload your burden. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that interfere with my happiness, including my anxiety, you know, my long standing, generational trauma, things like that. And those are the things that these counselors can really help you with, whether it's LGBTQ matters, anxiety, stress, relationships, sleeping, self-esteem, grief. These licensed professional counselors are specialized in these particular things. And you can send a message to your counselor anytime. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. And I think you can get matched with a counselor in under 48 hours, correct? Mm-hmm. This service is available for clients worldwide too.
We want you to start living a happier life today. And as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor, betterhelp.com/bloodbath. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/bloodbath.
So Annie, so Esther, you're what do you call it? When someone can sing, dance, and act?
A triple threat.
You're a triple threat, right? You're a triple threat.
My parents wouldn't agree, but I'll take it.
I think you're a triple threat. I think you can do it all.
What do they say?
I can't sing. I caught them on a hot mic. My mom basically saying, like, I feel bad for her. She's not going to get a part.
Oh.
I've walked into my parents twice saying,
Why was your mom on mic?
Because a long time ago, I was making this, like...
Was it her play? She wasn't casting you in?
No. I
finished,
shot
I
a
know.
pilot for HBO, like, 7-ish years ago, where I went back to my... This is like a horrible story.
This is when
I
we
wanna
weren't
hear
friends.
it.
This must have been when we weren't friends.
A very big production company was like... A very big producer was like, I want to do this. And I was
Harvey
like,
Weinstein?
no.
Wait, is he my neighbor?
No.
Okay.
No. It's a very big female producer, and so she's like, I want to do this. So basically, like, HBO and Funny or Die, like, sent me. I went to my hometown. I went to my parents' house. My high school theater program was having like a 50th anniversary where they were allowing alumni to audition. So I went with cameras, and like this like big producer came, was like at my parents' house with me. And we were like filming. And so I was prepping for my audition. And that's when we caught my mom on a hot mic saying, like, I just feel bad for her. She's not going to get anything. I auditioned for the musical. Cameras are there. My teacher knows. I don't get a role.
At all.
I get the offer to be in the chorus. I was so embarrassed, and then like we sent in like the footage, and then like the producer called and was like, "Well, you don't really have a role, so there's not really a show here."
Like, how dumb is the person casting that they weren't like, HBO will follow this entire...
Yes.
Or maybe they were trying to be funny.
It was so sad. This is like so traumatizing. I think it was a flex for my high school, and I also think that they didn't want to do it.
How terrible were you as a high schooler? That the whole school is against you?
Were you
They're like,
coming
"We
in
will
cocky?
Cast away fame.
Were you coming
No,
in cocky?
I
like,
was-
hey guys, alum here.
No, I was not cocky at all. I was like, I was also so nervous, and I kind of blame my parents because they like
Had you?
they were like so involved in the process when I really needed like my own time to prepare.
No, I know
It kind
that
of became
feeling.
a big joke, and I didn't really take it seriously because I figured like whatever. Ultimately, I think it wouldn't have worked out because they said that the school wouldn't sign off on like students appearing on camera. Now, I think there had to have been a way to work around that, but I think that it maybe was never going to happen.
So that killed the project.
yeah.
Oh
Oh my God, that's so funny.
And then I tried to get it going in another way because then I wanted to do it where I just went to a random high school and was like, "Can I be in the
Oh my
musical?"
God, if this ended up just being a series of you getting rejected, it would be so
Wait,
funny.
I think that it can be a thing now.
I would love that.
Well, who
I would love
wouldn't want to
nothing
watch
more.
that? They should have just fucking cast you. You should have been every role.
And
in
also,
the
you
fucking
look
play.
younger
Oh,
than
I'm
these high
sorry.
schoolers.
Oh, we can't put any high schoolers on stage? Okay, I'll play every single role.
I know.
They put Tig in Army of the Damned. They can put you as every character.
Which, by the way, she's getting such good reviews.
Guys, it's insane what they did. So what they did is they blurred everything in the background, and Zack Snyder said he did it on purpose.
What do you mean?
Ahead of time, like for the look of it. They completely defocused the background. You know
Right.
when you take like a portrait picture on
Yeah.
your phone? So everything in the background is completely unfocused, and it makes it easier to put Tig in. So they completely took Chris out of the movie, and then they put her in it. So she's like green screened every single scene. Like she hasn't met some of the stars of the movie yet.
Oh, that must have been really hard for her.
I mean,
That's so
I mean,
hard.
imagine you're like, we're going to give you an action starring role. We don't have much time. There's all this controversy around it, and go.
And also, it was originally written with the idea of a man playing that role.
Yep.
So the fact that she had to even like, kind of like, you know what I mean? She had
Yeah.
to do that gymnastics of.
But it is like one of these things where it's like, I feel bad for D'Elia because I think he would have crushed it. Like, I think he probably really killed
Well,
that
he's a good
role.
actor.
I really think and I think it would have just, because it was like the comedic relief role, you could just see, like, I really
I think it's
wish I could have seen
I
it.
think it's obviously a weird situation, but I do think it's cool that Tig got the opportunity since like she probably wouldn't have otherwise. And the fact that she's getting such a positive reaction, people are loving it.
Yeah.
Like in all the pictures, she looks really cool. I'm down.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's also like funny to get her playing a woman. I mean, it's like,
That's like, what's
got
his name?
punished. You got
Kevin
punished.
Spacey when he got replaced by like a 90-year-old Christopher Plummer.
so funny.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Remember that? And Christopher Plummer killed it.
I want to tell you my auditioning story. It's worse than yours. You were offered
Please.
chorus. So I went in for my middle school was doing Little Orphan Annie. This was like the one hiccup in time where I was in public school for like a year and a half. Headaches, had to take half a year off. But
From school?
well, they made me wear sunglasses in school. So I was either the kid wearing sunglasses in school or I was getting homeschooled.
Oh, you were you were the cool
homeschooled
kid?
Wait, you were homeschooled for 6
For a
months?
couple months, yeah. And then also in
I feel like that.
in high school, I got homeschooled too for a little bit because my
You and me.
ex-boyfriend was dating.
Becky.
My ex-boyfriend was secretly dating, and the school was so small that it was like it was crazy. So I ended up getting homeschooled for mental health.
Who
Me too.
paid?
Oh my God,
Did
Annie.
who
I did
paid for
too.
that?
For mental health, because I was put on so
school.
many 5150 holds. I call them 5150
Oh,
because they
we're
were called, I
starting
call
to
them Britney
really-
holds.
We're understanding these tattoos.
Oh yeah, I was a big cutter.
He never was a cutter. Not yet.
Look at a blacked
There's
out
still
part right
time.
here.
Oh,
No, but
no.
my last couple months in high school was in one classroom with my history teacher who took all of my work from all of my other teachers and piled them on my table so he could keep an eye on me. And my history teacher picked me up from my house, and my English teacher drove me home. They wouldn't even, because I was
No,
taking the bus at that
is
time.
the treatment that I would like.
They were like, look, this girl is smart. She's clearly having a really hard time with her mental health. We need to just propel her forward, because I used to be a
Right.
straight A student. We're like, she just needs a little bit of help right now. So these teachers rallied behind me. They didn't want me taking the bus because God knows I would have ended up somewhere fucking, trying to kill
Right.
myself.
Oh my gosh.
And they just kept a really close eye on me. And granted, I graduated with like straight D's, but I cannot believe how much they cared
so
about
jealous
me.
you had D's. I've never had D's. Did you ever cheat on tests by carving the answers into your arms with a razor blade?
Oh, my cheating tactics. I
I cheated well, dude. I cheated in a way where it's like, why didn't I just study? The amount of time I put in. It was I had a fucking teacher who I set this up for like 6 months. I always did the long con.
Yeah.
I said, I was like, oh, it's really easier. I'm a very tactile learner. So it's easier if I sculpt during class. So I would bring a piece of clay into like science class. I would I was like, oh, I have these alternative ways of learning. So then I started like a couple weeks before this exam. I was like, yeah, I've been really like listening to meditation music.
Are you secretly a con man? I feel like you always accuse me of being a con man.
I told the teacher that I needed to listen to this cassette tape that I had been studying with. So he said, okay, he okayed it ahead of time. So I recorded on my little cassette, my little boombox, I recorded all the answers onto one half of the cassette, and then the other half was like bird sounds, And then so I played it for him in the beginning of class. I go, I'm not cheating, like here it is. So
Oh
I
my
played him that
God.
side. And then I flipped it. But I fucked up. I didn't put time in between the answers. So I couldn't write as fast as I was talking. So I kept pausing and like I was like, oh my God, I have to run. So I'd go into the bathroom. Like I just had to be like, I have diarrhea. Like I was in the bathroom a million times. And it was so much harder than just studying.
Yeah, it is so much harder.
The only person you cheated is yourself.
It's true.
Can they revoke a degree or a diploma
Probably
if you
not.
say that you've cheated?
I don't
I'm just
think-
not going to specify where I cheated. Pharmacology was a very hard thing for a lot of students, but it came easy to me. And I'm just going to leave it at that. But the best way to do it in high school, when you couldn't program into your in your calculator, obviously some of the answers for like calc and stuff like that, you bring a water bottle, but you take out the plastic in the water bottle and you write all of the answers behind the water bottle. So when you look at your bottle, the answers are all behind it.
Oh my God.
And they're like magnified.
Yes.
And you could get caught with that one really hard.
I don't know.
but that not in high school, because then they weren't really looking for ingenious ways, I like to call it, to cheat. Like one time I had a whole cast in my arm, or my right arm, and I just put little paper scrolls through it, and if I needed an answer, I just would just
Pop it out.
Pop it out.
I did. My brother and I, my twin and I, were taking driver's ed in Philly. We had to take like a whole class. My parents had like one of those old school Xerox machines where you could keep Xeroxing it at a lower and just make things smaller and smaller. We took the like pamphlet of all the questions for the test and we shrunk it down to like this size. Like it was multiple choice, like did all the right answers on it, stapled it, and just handed them out to everyone. So we are probably like responsible for some vehicular manslaughter in the Northeast Philadelphia
Vehicular
area
manslaughter.
in the late 90s, early 2000s.
You never cheated, Esther, ever?
Not really. Like I don't have any vivid memories of it. I was always, when it came to test taking, I was always the first person to turn the test in, and like for better or worse, like I was very adamant, and Dave like always gets on me about this like in my adult life, but I was like, I know what I know and I know what I don't know. So I rushed through every test because I'm never the type that's gonna sit there and be like, do I remember this? I'm like, no, I know it or I don't. So I would just like speed through my test, always be the first person to hand it in. And then sometimes I would even like stand there and be like, grade it right now in front of me.
Oh
Like-
my God.
So demanding.
I'd be like,
since
what
the day
was-
she was born.
I'd be like, wait, what was this one? What was this one? Like I was, yeah.
Wow.
That-
You
You
wouldn't
should
even
direct.
try
You
for
should
the
be a
things you
director.
didn't know?
Would you ever direct something?
I would love to direct. I feel like
That's
that's
your next move.
I feel like that's truly who I am.
You could totally do it.
Quadruple threat.
I think you
Well-
have to be really good at one of those things to be a threat, and I don't think anyone views me
Don't
as
even
that.
say that. Esther, you're my little mini mogul.
Thank you.
We're going to manifest it because that's truly who you were
You're
meant
my
to
mini.
be.
You're my mini mole. The animal.
Should we banana break?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
banana break.
While we banana break, let me finish this fucking story about how I went to audition for Little Orphan Annie.
Yes.
And I just
Oh, the most
got
rotten bananas.
myself
Thank you
to a
so much.
place
Yes.
where I thought I was going to be able to pull it off. Like I didn't think the nerves were going to come in.
How old were you?
I was 11 or 12. I go in and they're like, why do you think you should be cast as Annie? And I said, because I'm Annie, like thinking that would work. And then I just bombed. It was the heat coming to the top of my head, boiling over, humiliation I feel every time I sing. I don't know if they try to get us to dance. Guess what I got? What part I got?
What?
Usher. My twin brother and I were ushers.
Oh my god.
They didn't even let us be in the fucking chorus.
Not even Ursher.
Usher.
We ushered.
Not to brag, but in my high school theater, you had to do crew in order to qualify to audition. So I knew all the jobs.
Who did your work for you?
I feel like it's actually, I take this as a compliment because you think I'm you when you say that.
What crew job were you doing?
We had to do everything. You could not get away. You had to work, like you had to paint, like someone told you what to do. Like I wouldn't know how to build a set, but it's like, okay, today you're gonna like paint this backdrop, paint the, you know.
Did they make you build the ladder you needed to be able to paint the stuff?
I have this project that I'm doing. And everyone's like, Kalila, you talk for a living. This should be easy peasy for you. And you guys, when we practice this thing, I crumbled. Like, of all the people in the room that don't talk for a living, I'm the only one that crumbled. Sweat, mustache, everything. I'm like, what happens? Like, what is it about?
It's a fear of being judged by people that you either are viewing as like powerful or like it's like not having control of your life in that moment, right? Like you're giving your power to these other people. That's why you have to like really just be. That's why whenever I do something that's high stress, I give myself the honesty of it, and I always say it. Like if I'm like, oh, I'm fucking nervous right now, like I always be like, just say it to kind of get it out there. And I think people like that. I don't know.
Well, that's what I do. You guys, I'm so nervous. I've never done this before. And then the Filipino accent just comes out so strong because I'm trying not to have a Filipino accent.
No, have the accent.
Then it's like, good morning, guys. You know, happy to be here. I'm like, oh my God. And then I just spiral because I'm like, oh, they know it. They picked up the accent.
I have an idea.
What?
Get some sardine cans, okay? If you tap dance in, you'll be able to do it.
From a distance on Zoom, just
Yeah.
I have advice for you, and you saying you're really nervous about whatever you're doing. It may not help like today or tomorrow, but everything is better with practice.
yeah.
So it's like you're not going to be good at something the first time you do it, and you should just like be okay with that and know that like you'll have to probably do it 5-10 times and then you'll be good. So whenever I'm not good at something now, I'm just like, it's just a practice thing. It's not me. It doesn't reflect poorly on me. I'm not bad at this. I just
of
haven't
course.
done it enough.
So podcasting.
How we need to hit our 10,000 hours before I finally hit my stride.
No, but really, like it is that thing, and because if you take the feelings you're having personally, then you're fucked.
Yeah, I also have I don't know if this is an appropriate thing to say out loud, but I have the gaze of powerful older, not young, older white men really does something to my psyche. I don't know if it was because of my father
Of
being
course,
like a very like
100%.
commanding force,
Yes.
and he was like a very like he was a scary white
Listen,
man.
I went to undergrad psychology for 8 years.
Yeah.
Okay, my mom wrote all my papers, but I can say yes, that is what it is.
Not George Kimmel, like he's my age, whatever, we're
Right.
fine. But if it's like an exec type, I feel so disconnected to their world that I don't know how to tell them who I am.
What if you could instead place the good parts you thought about your dad and just assume that they love you like a daughter? Would that work?
It could. What I do now is I look at each person and I'm like, I just look at them like it's just a job. It's just a job they're doing. They don't want to fucking be here. I don't want to fucking be here. We
Some
just got to get
people,
through
when
it.
they do a pitch on Zoom, will make it so you only see yourself.
Oh,
So you don't even look at those people.
I don't know, this insure bitch.
Oh,
She's gorgeous. She's so
whitening my
gorgeous. She's
mustache.
like, look at my shoulders. Our supermodel friend who complains about her broad shoulders. George, do you have any surprises for us?
All right, new segment alert.
I do look like a hot cholo.
We should. I know. I'm about
Male,
to fuck. I'm about to
though.
hit.
You want me to hit?
Yeah, you look like a guy in Santa Fe. I would fuck this Santa Fe dude. I would fuck this shit. Look at you. And you look like, I can't tell that you have tits too. So it looks like you have like a ripped body.
Oh, yeah.
And you would definitely have like chest tattoos.
And I would have peeners, like the little V cuts right here. If I had a neck tattoo right now, I think all you bitches would ride my face.
we would have to move that camera because I would have slid right off this chair.
Well, our Father, we're going to confess to you. This is called the confession booth, where nasty, naughty Annie and Esther confess our sins to Father Coloco.
And I'm here to dole out your penance, basically.
Yeah.
We're going to start with Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
Okay, my turn?
Yes, Esther.
Okay. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
May the Lord help you to confess your sins, dear Esther.
Okay, so this is a confession really to the people present here. So recently I've had a lot of out of town dates that have made it really difficult for George to schedule the show. And I said that I was going to be gone June 8th, and I was a little shady about when I would come back. I said the 20th. But then I said I was shady about when I was coming back, kind of like left it up in the air. And then I heard that Annie was going to be out of town. And then I was like, oh, well, I can stay in Skokie 4 extra days now. And so I may or may not have extended my trip, but said I was coming back on the 20th. But I'm going to stay home longer because Annie's not going to be here.
Do you guys remember just moments ago when Esther said, I really need this podcast to make money?
That is not bad what I did because you won't be here anyway.
Children,
Father will decide.
please, children. Let me see. Let me scroll down my.
Go hard, Father. Go hard.
The Archbishop has.
Her Hail Mary is Hail Mary to another podcast. Hail Mary your ass to another podcast, bitch.
I can't believe I really played the game and gave a real confession and everyone's mad at me.
You like it though. You're thriving right
How
now.
happy you look.
Esther, do you thrive off negative reinforcement?
Yes.
Wow, I'm now learning this.
I almost feel like I shouldn't give you a penance and tell you it's really not a big deal so that you don't get the feeling of victory.
I know it's not a big
spank
deal.
the bitch.
Because she's not going to be here anyway.
Listen, bitch, for your penance, you're no longer my child. You're not my bitch. For your penance, the biggest spank paddle is what I'm going to go with.
For the littlest, well, actually, it's a pretty big ass.
Pick
There's
a part
a
in your
spank-
body.
Oh, look, there's air going
Wow,
through
this
it, too,
looks
to
like
really smack.
the Filipino game sungka, where you put the little marbles
It
through the
looks
holes.
like White Castle burgers.
Wait, why?
Because White Castle burgers have holes in them.
They do?
Oh my God, you've never had it.
Choose a body part, Esther.
Booty.
Okay, let's go.
Oh my
Don't
God.
go too hard because I'm...
Little. Oh my God, she's so cute. She wants to get spanked.
Don't go too hard.
She's a bad girl. She's bad. I can't believe OnlyFans is getting this. Or pre-OnlyFans is getting this.
give me the other cheek too. You can't just give your right cheek.
Also, you're going to hit the mic. Don't ruin our...
What if I poop my pants?
If you fart and fall forward, I will die laughing. If you...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Swipe.
Oh my God, she touched a pussy. I felt it. I got a little wet.
Father got a little happy there.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh my God. Did you pee-pee white stuff? Did you pee-pee white stickies?
Don't say that.
Did you snail it out?
It tickled.
That is actually more punishing is tickle than pain.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes.
Tickling is the worst. Have you guys seen the Tickle documentary?
Yes.
What?
Esther, please watch it.
It's worse
It
than
takes a
being
dark
molested.
turn.
It's worse than being molested.
Annie, don't say that.
Listen, as a molested, guys, I don't know if you've heard in a couple episodes. Last night I did a show and Nick Thune was on the lineup and I cannot remember what the thing was that we were talking about, but he goes, well, good thing you weren't molested. And I went, ooh, wrong girl. I went, Nick, wrong girl. I thought we were friends. I was like, and then he was like,
Someone did not say that.
I
to
swear
you.
to God. And I was like, what do I do? Because if I don't say anything, I'm like a liar because he'll just, the minute he hears my name again, it's going to be attached to being molested.
Someone did not say that to
So
you.
then I had to be like, I was like, oh, and he goes, I got teacher like banged or whatever. And he goes, oh, well, at least you were older. I was like, well, there was a thing when I was little too. But anyway, just have a good set. And
Annie,
all right.
my child.
Yeah, what is this big confession?
Okay. Dear Father, I have sinned.
Forgive me, Father.
Forgive me, Father, for I have
Send the
sinned.
letter home.
Okay.
Dude, I already see your sins. They're looking at me.
That's your punishment. You gotta watch me tweak my nips. Oh my God, the pixelating is gonna be crazy in this episode. Okay.
The pixelating budget.
Well, we'll use it for all the times we can't record because you're out of town.
Oh my God. We all
Wow.
have out of town dates, except for Kalila mostly, but you're bad too.
Oh, I'll have out of
You're
town days.
You schedule-wise are the nightmare of the world.
There's a few reasons why.
Your personality, your temperament, your attachment
I
style.
have to go see my grandma.
The one who hates
She
you?
doesn't
Yes.
like you.
She got a new house, so I want to see it.
God. We knew there was a twist. Do you think you're gonna get it? Or you're like, ooh,
Oh, no.
I'll put my bed here. And
No,
then,
I'm not
Wait,
getting
in
shit.
the
I
long
dare
list,
you.
like where are you in the running for inheriting the house?
Literally, don't you know the story? I asked her for a dirty old vintage sweatshirt that I found in her closet, and she said she had to think about it, and then 2 months later she gave it to my sister.
Oh, God.
I'm getting nothing.
forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
May the Lord help forgive your sins, my dear child.
Years ago, I was house sitting for a friend, and I found her vibrator.
Oh.
I cleaned it off. I put it in a sock, and I used it. I then cleaned it again, put it back in the drawer.
During or before crabs?
It was well after the crab.
How old
My
were
child,
you?
could parasites have
25?
jumped onto this said vibrator?
No, but the funny part is I did find out very soon after that she has herpes. And I was like, would that not be the greatest way to get herpes ever? Like the most deserving way to get herpes.
I
You
feel like you
assaulted
already.
her vibrator.
It's,
Wait, is
I
that a
never told her.
Wait, is that a crime though? Like I'm trying to see because we're all about consent and all these things. Like sharing sex toys. Like what are the
It's
rules
bad.
with that?
It's bad.
I would not. If someone used something of mine, that would be really gross.
Would you share?
Well, yeah, I would never touch one of yours.
Do you share a toothbrush with
No,
Dave? Like in
that's
an
off the
emergency, in a
table.
pinch?
No, not in an emergency.
Here, Cholo God is ready to give you your penance.
Oh my God, please give me my penance. Honestly, I'm so attracted to you right now. You look like
Manny from Good Girls.
Manny from Modern Family, but it's a baggy shirt.
Love him.
No, he's so cute. If you go to Texas, everyone looks like him, by the way.
Okay, so let me see. You almost gave yourself herpes, dear child. I'm gonna go ahead and say that God has already punished you enough with your teacher and all of these things. So I'm gonna have you choose your punishment today.
Do you get to live out your karma after it happens to you? Like
Yes.
revenge karma?
What?
I'm
you
like,
mean?
I got molested by my teacher, and now from now on, I'm fucking putting my pussy juice on everyone's fucking vibrator in my life.
No, you don't, because you'd be perpetuating the hurt.
Yeah.
Hurt people thing.
I know. I don't want to hurt anyone.
The cycle
And I would
ends
never
with
do
us.
it again. I would never do it again.
Annie, dear child, how would you like me to punish you today?
Spank her. And the pussy.
Spank my pussy.
You want to be spanked? Hold on, give me
No,
the other
spank
whip.
my
Then I'm
ass,
gonna
but
spank her
spank my
pussy.
ass like no. I think that's gonna hurt.
No, the black one.
Yeah.
Well, you chose it.
Spank my. Okay.
I'm gonna make you spank the thing yourself. You could spank it with your pussy. Okay, here.
Rude.
Ew.
Let's see. It's not.
I could spank it with my. That's very rude, Kalila.
Come here, dear child.
Oh my God.
Wait, do I do the crab? Hold on.
Wait, camera though. Camera. Oh.
Oh no, it's gonna hurt.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh my God.
Wait, did it really hurt?
A little bit, and then it felt good.
It was right at the fat of your pussy too. Oh, this looks a good whip.
I implore you to find a skinny part of my pussy.
I had too much
honestly.
fun doing that. See, but that's what I have envy about. I always wanted a fat
I
pussy.
do have a little bit of a, like, I do have a Venus mound. Like, it is like, there's meat there. Like, not meat. Oh, God. Can we just get rid of our male audience so we can just talk to girls? But, yeah, no, I have like a,
Guys don't
fat
care.
pad.
Guys care. Guys are down for
I just
this.
don't like I don't want people to know. I mean, you could see my tits, but just
The
like in
landscape.
swim team, I always like, if I'm standing sideways, you can see like
pad.
Like here, yeah, right here.
Yeah, but see, that's what I like, and that's what guys. Unfortunately for you, that's what guys like, because like I have a friend who never wears plain colored tights because you just see her giant pussy mound.
I don't
and-
even know really what you're talking about, and I'm just gonna stay out of it.
Like here.
Here, Esther, if you touch mine, I have nothing. Like just
Do I have something?
Put
You have
your
something.
put your hand right on my pubis, like my pubic area,
Don't mind if I do.
and then compare it to Annie. Like no, here, right here. It's bony, right? And touch Annie's.
There's a very slight difference.
Oh.
I really don't know if I'm doing it right, but I'm not picking up on.
It's cute. I don't know.
I think
what
it's
else
this
does.
episode is over. Well, baby slugs are us.
Home slugs.
It's time to say goodbye yet again. Thank you for joining us. Today was a mess.
For me to have just gotten my pussy slapped and you to say a mess is so disrespectful.
You got your pussy slapped and I was like, go home, bitch.
She was like,
On your way.
Wrapped.
Thank you for listening. As always, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, comment for that algorithm.
And guys,
Tell your girlfriends.
tell your girlfriends. If you're a guy watching, just like, I can't believe I'm a guy watching this. You have to have like a girlfriend, a mom, a sister, a lover, anything. Tell them we love our ladies.
In fact, we guarantee your moms will love this
Yes.
show. That's a
It
guarantee.
is a weird mom show, which doesn't make any sense. But my mom and like my aunts, like
yeah.
Same.
they like it. I don't know why.
Well, people, not that I read comments, but sometimes I do. But one of the comments was towards me was like, I can't believe Annie would like talk that way in front of Esther's parents. I'm like, they watch the show.
Yeah, they don't care.
They watch it.
We're proud of our product. So
We
we
like
want
what we're
you
doing.
to just spread the joy to your female companions of your life. So please do that.
To
And
the
no
girls and
whipping at
boys.
home.
What?
No pussy whipping at home, okay?
Oh yeah,
That's
don't try
only for
this at
here.
home unless you have your own Coloco. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.